I've managed in the last 3 days to be in Busia, to be in Bungoma, and also Vihiga yesterday, where we also launched the digital literacy program, and winding up today with Kakamega County. We are with the security team from the headquarters and also the heads of departments for the national administration because we are addressing ourselves to a number of issues that affect this area. The first issue that we are addressing ourselves to is the issue of defilement of young children that across the 4 counties has come out as a result of a number of actions. One is the discourse that are related to matangas, and the message from the ministry is very clear. While people reserve the right to go to matanga discourse, they must be stopped at 11 p.m. and that's a directive that we have given. We have also given a directive to our assistant chiefs and chiefs about the kangaroo courts that touch on defilement. It has come to our knowledge that as a tradition, when there is defilement, kangaroo courts are set up, and an arrangement is made where the defiler is set free outside the court process. We have made it very clear to our officers that when there is a case of defilement, it does not belong to kangaroo courts and it must be processed through the court, and the guilty person dealt with in accordance with the law. And it is very clear that any assistant chief or chief who then participates in kangaroo courts will face disciplinary action from the ministry. It's made that very clear. The other issue that we are addressing ourselves to, you know, our countrywide fight against illicit brew, and it has come to our knowledge as well that in the 4 counties that we are visiting, quietly the county assemblies have passed laws that tends to legalize illicit brew under the guise of traditional brews. We are making it very clear to the national administration that consumption of any brew that has not been allowed by the authorized institutions like Kenya Bureau of Standards is illegal, and consequently our national administrators have been directed any consumption of busa, any consumption of changa, any consumption of any traditional liquor that is commercial must be dealt with, and any of our officers found to be condoning that will also meet stern disciplinary action. The other issue we have come to deal with is about registration of persons, and with me I'm traveling with the officials from the National Registration Bureau, because it's our responsibility to clean up this country. Anyone who attains age 18 must be registered so that they can now start benefiting from the facilities that the government is providing. We know them. We know about the youth funds, we know about the people with disability and women and young people. All those cannot be exploited by these young people if they do not register themselves at attainment of age 18. We are also giving a directive to our national administrators about that, and also about capturing data of any children born within their areas of jurisdiction. And we are also encouraging them at this time when we are having a heightened political temperature, and as we draw close to the election, to be the forefront of educating our citizens about the importance of registering themselves as voters and participating in the process. We are very firm with our national administrators that they must remain non-partisan, and anyone we get to know that is taking part in supporting specific people, then we'll face again stern disciplinary action. Lastly, and this must be understood very well, we have directed our administrators about tracking hate speech in these counties. We know what hate speech has done to this country in the past. We know what heightened political temperatures get from hate speech, and they are all directed that at the first instant when we catch hate speech in the areas of jurisdiction, then we will hold them accountable. And therefore, whether it's in a matanga, whether it is in a baraza, any politician who incites people shall be dealt with, and when they are not dealt with, we shall hold the national administrators to account. And lastly, the formation of criminal gangs around politicians. We know that this has been happening in many parts of this country, and the national administrators and the National Police Service are accordingly directed that these criminal formations of gangs around politicians must be dealt with. And therefore, we are also taking this opportunity to tell the politicians that they have just themselves to blame, because we will come in very hard when we get to know that they are trying to surround themselves with criminal gangs. Thank you very much.
Labda mimi nitakuuliza tu swali moja.